A lot going on in the studio today. There's Godsmack at 8:16 on WIIL Rock, and he is here. Jared James Nichols is here. Yay!
What is going on? I'm glad to be here.
Drove up all. Did you really drive all night from Tennessee to get here?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Tennessee.
I got to come hang out with you guys. I was like, listen, we're gonna drive through the night. Listen, we're from Wisconsin, so the
East
weather.
Troy, go Trojans.
Go, oh boy,
Trojans.
go Trojans.
Did you graduate from East Troy High School?
did.
Go to what class? Class of
07.
07. Go Trojans.
Hey,
Yeah.
go Trojans,
You
man.
used to take on the Elkhorn Elks.
We always
Yeah.
lost.
And did you play Delavan Darien Comets?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They were good.
My maternal grandparents are buried in East Troy.
Really?
You thought that maybe you drank in the graveyard
Maybe
where
drank
they
in
were
the cemetery.
buried.
It's the old.
We used to
the old
party
one.
in that cemetery.
Yeah, you probably drank on my grandparents' grave.
I probably sat on their grave and had a Miller Lite.
Thanks for that.
Or a Bush Light.
Yeah.
Miller Lite, that was a good one.
I like
Yeah.
Miller Lite.
Oh yeah, come on.
Well, you had extra money, you got Miller Lite. Otherwise, it was Natty Light or Bush Light or whatever.
PBR.
I got a
Natty.
couple of questions before we get to this, Jared James Nichols. First off, why all three names? It's like your mom's yelling at you, Jared James Nichols.
Exactly. No, so when the first time I ever played a show like under my own name,
Yeah.
one of my friends goes, all the great guitar players, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Kenny Wayne Shepherd. He's like, you have three cool names.
Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
He
Yeah.
goes, you're going to use all three cool names.
Yeah, so you're stuck with it now.
Now I'm stuck.
It's like your
Robert
mom's
Downey
yelling at
Jr.
you.
Yeah,
Robert
come on,
Downey
Robert
Jr.
Downey
All the
Jr.
serial killers use three names: James Earl Ray, Lee Harvey Oswald.
Now you're getting weird.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Love Hewitt. All
Serial
the serial
killers.
killers. All the serial. So he's either guitar virtuoso or a serial killer.
Maybe both.
We'll
Or a
decide.
hot chick,
That would
yeah.
be, you'd be the first one to be like both.
I better do something.
And then if you
cool.
got a sex change, you'd be all three. Hot chick, serial killer, guitar virtuoso. Wow. Checking all the boxes. A couple
There you
other
go.
things we did. You drove all the way from Tennessee to get Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Stino
Some
has already
Arrested Development.
Stino has already explained the swearing you can and can't do, which is nice.
What can you say?
So I can say.
Can I say
Yeah.
it?
No,
say
so
it.
I can say you're an asshole. You're not. I can
Oh,
say
what?
that. I can say that.
Right.
But I can't say I see your.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can say you're a dick, but I can't say you have a big. I can't say
Well,
that.
hey, hello.
I
okay.
can't. I can say I don't give a crap, but I can't say I just took a. You can't
You
say
can say
that.
I like roosters, also known as cocks.
But you can't
But-
say check out my. You can't say that.
Check out my rooster.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you flailing? Your wife is here.
Amanda.
And that's another question I have. She saw that we were on TomTube. She was trying to get off camera. Does she have?
She's
are there
wanted by the
warrants?
law.
Are there
Yeah.
warrants out for her?
Well, she's from Mugwanago, Wisconsin.
oh,
So,
jeez, McQuantico.
You know what happens up there.
Yeah, it's not as bad as Oconomowoc, but it's pretty
It's
bad.
getting up there, though.
I'm confused.
Yeah, there's a lot of Indian names you can't say. Steve.
Oh,
Very
okay,
hard
okay.
to say. I know McQuantico.
Mugwanago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Muskego, Oconomowoc, all those places.
Sacagawea.
Sacagawea, Wisconsin. Yeah, right by Eagle. Anyway, so he's here. We're going to talk guitar stuff, and we're going to get him to play.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going on live on TomTube, so you can see that right now. And it's 8:19.
Snow today with a high of 31. Tonight, cloudy, low of 15. Tomorrow, snow showers with a high of 33. It's 29 in Wakanda and 29 in Highland Park.
There you go. Throw Wakanda in there. So you're joining the party. You're joining the Indian name party. That's good.
I didn't even do that intentionally.
Jared James Nichols is here, and we'll find out about some guitar shredding and things like that. And you can see it all on TomTube right now, live at 95WIILRock.com. WIIL Rock Morning Show, thanks to Rain Raymond Auto Group in Fox Lake and Antioch. One of us shreds. Somebody gets arrested because of warrants, and who knows what swearing will happen next on WIIL Rock. This is a Joe Satriani song.
I know I don't like this one. It's like a jazz flute.
It's very strange. Playing guitar virtuosos because we got Jared James Nichols here with us this morning. Did you have any like cliche?
Here we go.
Most cliche radio interview question ever. But who was your guy? Who was your
First guy? Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, because he
died like 8 inches from where you live.
Exactly.
In Alpine Valley.
When
there.
I picked up guitar, friends were like, "Man, have you ever heard Stevie Ray Vaughan?" And at the time, I hadn't.
Yeah.
And when I saw a video of him playing, I was like, "Wow!"
Yeah.
Because it was a perfect combination of like blues and rock, and the way he played it was just so intense.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Not to be a bummer, but the day he died, we drove out because that's before you were born, I'm sure. We drove out to Alpine Valley to see the hubbub was about in the mountain in the.
It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So Stevie Ray Vaughan, that's a good one. And then we were talking about your youth, and so
Did you say it was the Stevie Ray lawn?
I did not
Stevie
make
Ray
that
Vaughan.
joke. I did not make that joke. I don't make jokes. I don't do.
They should have a thing that says that.
I don't do death jokes. I don't. No.
Is that too soon?
Yeah. No. Plus time equals comedy. I don't think we're ready to joke around about Stevie Ray Vaughan yet.
Okay, I don't know. John Perry, I think, told me that.
Yeah, maybe. But he was repeating it. He was not making the jokes for me. Perry, this is how I know all this East Troy stuff. Or James Nichols. Get your ass in here. It's from East Troy, and John Perry and I were on WBSD, which was the Burlington High School radio station, and we used to do basketball. He did play, and I did color for all like games. Kids don't do it. And then do play by but thanks for coming in and have a good day. By the way, I've called the police. They're coming here. These people are. Who have you played? What's been some of the best?
Man.
One that you've played with, or
I think the coolest one, I went to Europe with Leonard Skinner, and we played this arena. It was like 18,000 people in Germany.
Yeah.
And it was actually laughable because I was up there playing, and I was like, coming from East Troy and then going all the way over there and playing this.
Yeah.
And of course,
Yeah.
like I'm there on my own basically, and I'm like, man, if my family could see me doing this right now,
Yeah.
they'd be like, what is going on?
And the Germans, like a lot of them speak English, but not all of them do. But they know all the words to all the songs, and they're a raucous crowd. So you must have been just blown away by that.
They're like, Jared,
Yeah,
pure rock. This is so cool. Like
Like their best broken English
Yeah,
or whatever.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
They're like, when you play guitar, it's like eagles come out of speakers. And I'm like, okay, cool.
All right, using the words you know. You gotta use the words you know. We're gonna have you play a little bit coming up in just a little bit. We'll talk about how you went from hired gun to doing your own thing now. So
Awesome.
Because you bothered to get up and come in. This is normally when you're probably going to bed. You rock guys.
Yeah. This is morning radio and the music thing. They don't mix too
It's
well.
a
do they?
nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare for me, and I do it every day. So I can't
I know.
imagine how you feel. So we'll let you get a little coffee in you, and we'll get a song out of you coming up in just a couple
Awesome.
minutes.
Cool.
It's 8:27 now.
Snow today with a high of 31. Tonight, cloudy, low of 15. Tomorrow, snow showers with a high of 33. It's 28 in Mundelein and 29 in Carpentersville. It is time for the 95 Will Rock 95 second update. A new program has finished its first year in Lake County, and the Sheriff's Office has considered it a success. The Multi-Agency Crisis Outreach and Support Team, or COAST, responds to mental health calls with trained professionals who deploy at the scene and allow other first responders to return to other emergency calls. As the event gets closer, NASCAR made two major announcements about the first ever Chicago street race. Two concerts will happen on July 1st and 2nd, including one night with the Black Crowes.
It will be the first ever legal Chicago street race. So,
yeah. Are you going to go to that?
That sounds fun. Sounds like a great weekend. Yeah.
I know John Perry's going to go see the Black Crows, I think. Because
I would like to see the race. I saw then they did the street race in Cleveland years ago, like the Formula Ones or whatever they were. I don't know what they were, but they did them, and we were there for that. And it was so you're in a city and a race car goes by. You're like, what the actual?
Cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty neat.
95 Will Rock Sports. Brought to you by Plumbers and Steamfitters Local 118. For higher pay and better benefits, head on over to UALocal118.com. The Bulls, they play the Hornets tonight. Bucks beat the Nuggets 107-99. The Blackhawks are in Calgary this evening. And the Wolves lost to the Meeps.
Roadrunners. Don't embarrass me in front of company. Oh, zip tang. Don't embarrass me in front of company, okay?
Okay.
You talk about that you've traveled around with different bands and stuff like that. Somebody on the, we're watching on TomTube this morning. Somebody says, hello from Norway and Viking Queen.
Hello.
Yeah, so there you go. Norway listening this morning. So everybody wave.
How do you say hi in Norway, in Norwegian?
Hi.
Hello.
I don't know.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, that's it. You just extend the O. It's like Duco when he used to speak Spanish would just add an L to the beginning.
El Cigaretto.
I'm going to
El
go
Cigaretto.
get El Hio. He'd add an O at the end and an L at
El
the beginning.
Drinko.
All right, El Drunko at the El Pool Bar. We're gonna get some shredding from Jared coming up next on Will Rock. See how we're in she, for us, it's lunchtime. She eats for they eat the beginning of the show to the end of the show.
Right.
I don't have anything. I can go 4 or 5 hours without a meal.
Sure.
They can't go 8 minutes without a meal.
He thinks I'm eating.
She eats the entire morning, beginning of the show.
He
to the
saw
end
it
of
on my Facebook.
Oh,
It was a
okay.
Facebook video.
I
I
thought you
swear.
had, because I can't see what's going on.
I
He's like,
know.
is that sushi? I'm like, yep, she's eating sushi.
I usually would do something
She does.
like that
She
this
eats,
early.
she eats beginning of the show to the end of the show. Is she not eating now? No?
I have fruit snacks.
Yeah, it's like I have a toddler, and then she'll have steak, and they'll be.
I was in Los Angeles last week on this news show, KTLA.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the interview at the desk, and there's this really nice news lady, and she's talking to me. And
It wasn't
and
Jenny Milkowski, was it?
No, I can't.
She
remember
were.
her
Oh,
name.
she's in San Diego.
So
Never
check
mind.
this out,
All right.
and I look behind her desk. There's like a chicken stick, a hot dog. It's like,
Colder than hell in those
yes,
stoves.
it was freezing.
Yeah, and TV, when the cameras are on and they're talking, they all just like love each other.
Yes.
And then the cameras, they hate each other.
So, yeah, man, 3 more years. It's like, we're on in 5. He's like, can't wait to get out. You know?
And I was like, I hate this place.
Hey there.
Yeah. TV people are very good at that. Whereas
so
me
funny.
and Stino, you can tell when she's pissed. You can tell. You can tell. So
I will just say it. Yeah.
Jared James Nichols is here. The self-titled album is out now, and that's what you do with your first album.
Come on.
Self-titled. You don't want to confuse people. And you can get it now. And like, what is? How would you describe it? Is it? I mean, is there a comparison to somebody? Or
Yeah, I mean, so check this out. When we made the record, I wanted a record to serve as like the live menu for the show. So we recorded it straight, like, basically live.
and all over, all
Overdub.
sorts of stuff.
Free, play guitar. Super simple. We old.
And the guy, the play with and drums, guns like you've been in the past. Or he's got.
here, and then you see the show. You're getting the same. It's the same people.
I'm always impressed when it's a 3-piece and it's you can't. The bass player ends up being like the rhythm guitar
Yes,
player.
totally.
Yeah.
Totally. There's a lot of space to fill.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of trios anymore, and I love that kind of. I don't know. There's something simple.
Yeah.
But powerful about it.
I agree. I love the Alkaline Trio.
And when you go,
So-
but when you go and see it, you're like, how do 3 guys do this? So we'll get a song, just one guy this morning. So you're really
Oh,
on your
boy,
own.
here we go.
So we'll get a song from you now, and then we'll talk more about where people can see you because you got some shows. You got a Milwaukee and a Chicago coming up, and we'll get that information in a minute. But first, let's get a song.
Let's do it.
Tell us what song is. Move your mic down and face. I'm mixing here.
I brought my little battery powered. It's just a little baby.
Pretty good sound.
It's fun. Dude, I heard you. Yeah, it's 2 AA batteries.
It looks like a little radio. It's 2 millimeters. All right, so we're gonna tell us about the song we're gonna hear.
So this is like the first single off the record. It's called "Down the Drain,"
Okay.
and we released this like a month ago, and it's been really fun to play. It's cool, and it's kind of a familiar but kind of new vibe.
All right, it's Down the Drain from Jared James Nichols on WIIL Rock.
Here we go.
When you look at me, it feels like I'm circling down the drain. Is it pleasure? Am I empty or addicted to the pain? Down the drain, down the drain. When I found you, I thought you would always keep me sane. When you cut me, it kills me so good I can't escape. I'm circling down the drain, down the drain, down the drain, down the drain, down the drain. Watch me go down, watch me go down, watch me go down, watch me go. There we go. It feels like I'm circling down the drain, and I'll stay here forever until my dying
Nice. Yeah.
Good morning.
There you go.
Oh, yeah,
It's like you
dude.
just wake up and you're like, ugh.
That's a little difficult. No vocal warm up. The fingers are numb. It's a,
You know
it's
what?
early
You got to
morning
keep
thing.
it interesting, right?
Yeah,
Let's just
yeah.
see what happens.
You did it pretty. You did a pretty good job.
That's
Down
flipping
the
awesome.
drain from
Thanks,
the self-titled debut album from Jared James Nichols with us this morning, and it's like you were a guitar player first,
Oh, yeah.
and then they're like,
You're not
okay,
using a pick either.
yeah,
No pick, I'm a lefty.
That's the
Yeah.
thing where they call you out on, not call you out, but point out that you'd play without a pick.
Yeah.
How did that, like as a kid, how did that?
So
How did it transpire that you play without a pick?
So check this out. Like, I
Your
wanted to be a
fingers
drummer.
like raw.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I just wanted to play drums. I thought everyone played guitar, and I was like, drums are cooler.
Yeah.
And I wanted to play drums. My dad was like, no. Like, he's a construction worker.
No boy of mine is playing drums.
There will be no drums in this
I
house.
get home, I bust my ass all
Exactly.
day.
That's exactly
I am
what
not
happened.
going to listen to that racket in my basement.
That's exactly what happened.
But he was okay with the guitar. What, he got
go-
you headphones?
No, he goes, if you get a guitar, it has a volume knob. We can always turn it down.
Turn it down.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So,
I would try to play bass in my basement. My parents would be like, turn that crap down.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm a lefty, so I eat with my left. Everything, I'm just lefty dominant.
Yeah.
So when I picked up a guitar, I picked up a righty lefty, and I was playing it with the fat strings like closer to the floor, and
upside down?
Yeah.
Got a whole Jimi Hendrix vibe going on
old
here.
Hendrix vibe.
Yeah.
So when I got like my first real guitar, it came with a free guitar lesson. The instructor goes, "Hey, dude!" First thing he says, he calls me out. He's like, "You need to flip the guitar. You're playing it wrong."
It's wrong,
And I'm
yeah.
like, "Okay." So I flip it, and I'm using my thumb because I like to feel like the string underneath.
yeah.
And he goes, if you're going to be a real guitar player, you have to play with a pick.
Yeah.
And I've heard that for years and years. And it's just weird because I never thought it would define my style, because without a pick, you can do like a lot of cool country and weird stuff.
Are there other people that we know who play that way?
So like Jeff Beck, who just passed away, he was one of the famous guys that didn't use a pick. There's not a lot of electric players. Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's Knopfler. I'm pretty sure it's got a-
Knopfler?
Yeah, yeah.
So when I play without a pick, you can get all these almost country.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if I can play those licks on a rock station.
No, that's all right. I have a country. What's my country name?
We just made one
this
today.
morning.
Grits Trail.
Grits Trail is my
Grits
country.
Trail.
That's my country. She had a mouse get into her desk and leave a Grits Trail. So
To be honest, though, I could hear people going, "Man, did you hear that new guy? Man,
Grits Trail. He's,
Yeah.
he's awesome. Opening for Jelly Roll.
Yeah, Grits Trail and Jelly Roll doing that Waffle House tour.
Well, that is pretty neat the way you play guitar. And then the singing, like you're a guitar player, and you got to. How did the singing? Because you're good at that too.
Yeah, so
yeah.
that came way later. It was like when I wanted to start my trio, like the first thing was we're like, okay, who's gonna
gonna
sing?
sing? Yeah.
And then they're like, man, you don't want to get a singer because like, look at Axl Rose, bro. And like a singer could ruin everything. And then like everything, I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just
Give
do
it a
it
try.
myself.
So did you get any singing lessons? They're like, dude,
Like Dave Grohl, he
dude,
does-
you're singing upside down. Your singing is
Hey,
totally
bro,
upside down.
you're singing upside. No, no singing lessons, man.
Just did it on your own because it sounds good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
You should hear me when I've actually slept. And no, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
I didn't like that song, to be completely honest. Down the drain. I took offense to that. Mr. Rogers, as a child, had a song, and it was "You Can't Go Down the Drain." It was because kids were afraid.
This is a Mr. Rod. Oh,
Kids were afraid they were going to go down the drain, so he sang a song, "You Can't Go Down the Drain," and now here you are.
Here you are, 30 years later.
Switching it around and disparaging Mr. Rogers, who I will not stand for. So
Rest
thank
in
you for
peace.
coming in, sir. Goodbye.
Good day.
Good
day, sir.
Where you can see this live, and we'll talk about the tour and all that stuff from Jared James Nichols coming up live on Will Rock. Thanks. .95 Will Rock, the Rock Station. Tom and Stino. It is 8:48. We've got JJN, Jared James Nichols, with us this morning.
Yeah.
You can go down the drain. Either he or Fred Rogers lied to me. I don't know which one. That's just one of the songs on the new self-titled album that is out now. And then the tour, we talked about earlier that somebody said hello from Norway. Somebody now on the TomTube page says hello from Denmark. Very big.
What is going on?
I think the Scandinavian stuff, like the guitar guys, are very big. Have you been over there yet?
I have.
Yeah. It's very big there. They're very into that stuff.
Yeah, we're actually going back over for the first
I
time
see that. Yeah.
since 2019 in February.
Yeah. So speaking of the tour,
Yep.
So we're gonna let you get out of here in a minute because I know you got to get some rest. 'Cause you have a show tonight, right?
Yeah.
Tonight, The show is in Chicago. Where are you playing tonight?
The Beat Kitchen. It's
I love that place.
It's my first ever Chicago headline show.
Very cool bands play there.
Cool.
Like, I see Cowboy Mouth there and some other really like eclectic bands.
You guys
and
make
stuff
me
like
happy.
that.
I thought you were gonna be like, oh no.
Yeah,
no,
no,
the Beat Kitchen's
that's
a cool spot to
venue.
go to.
Awesome. Yeah. And then off Friday night, probably hanging out in East Troy somewhere on the square
I'm
there.
going to
or
the
whatever.
ETBT.
There you
Remember
go.
the ETBT?
Yeah, yeah. Or is Moyes in East? No, that's Elkhorn. Moyes is in Elkhorn.
Got the East
Troy
Troy
is
House.
so small.
Yeah.
It's like if you blink, you miss it.
Yeah.
I was sleeping in my friend's passenger seat one time on the way home from Lake Geneva, and he didn't know how to get to my house in Burlington, and we ended up in East Troy.
You guys around the square?
And I sat up and I recognized the square, and I go, "Oh, Elkhorn," and I went back to sleep. So he got out the map and he found Elkhorn. He's like, "This doesn't make any sense."
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So do you go? Do you visit home then? Will you visit the family while you're
Yeah.
here?
We'll do the rounds because
Friday night?
we didn't come up for Christmas because of the weather, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like every time we come back, you have to do the rounds, and it's like I'll do the shows, and then everyone comes out to the shows.
All your friends at home show, yeah. And then
So it's fun.
Saturday night in Milwaukee.
Yep.
Where are you at Milwaukee?
At the Miramar Theater.
Okay.
So that should be pretty cool.
Yeah, some good venues. JaredJamesNichols.com for details about that, the album and everything else. And then, like you said, you're off to, you're in the Netherlands in February.
Oh, yeah.
And then off to France. Mm-hmm. I don't know the name of the town. It's Savenky-le-Temple in France.
I don't know.
I don't know idea. And then Barcelona and Madrid and then London. We just went and saw Godsmack in London a few months ago.
Oh, cool.
But you're getting to see the world. This is nice. Your guitar's taking you around the world. It has, and it's continuing to.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. I feel grateful to head back, and then we're planning now for all of March and April to be out in the States.
Okay, good.
Just got some dates supporting Leonard Skinner. Just some cool stuff.
Come back and
Did
see
you
us
say-
again.
Did you say you're going to Spain?
Going to
Yeah.
Spain.
If you go to Granada, find the wizard on the hill.
Don't do this.
What
Don't
is
no.
happening? I don't know if this
Never
is a
take
good
travel
idea.
advice from Stino. You'll end up in jail.
There was that little smile. I don't know if it was good or bad.
What she said, just forget it. Just forget it. or
Find the
whatever,
wizard on the hill
Oh,
in
sure.
Granada.
Now she's looking into my soul. Wizard
And,
on the Hill.
and then your
Granada.
family wonders whatever happened to you.
Where did he go? He
you
was at
have
the
a-
Wizard on the Hill.
You've already seen like a lot of the places because of the bands you toured with. Is
Yeah.
there a favorite place like other than? I mean, you can't pander here to us. A favorite other country or city or place to play where the fans really get you.
So Spain is really great.
Spain,
They
yeah.
love rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
to the
do.
point of like crowd surf. Like when we show up there, you would think I was like the second coming of Hendrix. Like people are there and they're like, "Can I touch your hand?"
Yeah.
What else is
Yeah.
weird too? We got to go to Japan.
Yeah, Asia. It's
Oh my gosh! So we went to Japan. We played some shows with Buck Cherry.
Yeah.
And they were like gods there.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we
yeah.
show up and we're at this venue. We fly into Tokyo. We're at this venue. We do our sound check and we're just about to hit the stage. And it's so quiet in the venue. I'm sitting there going, "Is anyone here?"
Yeah.
Like it was so quiet. Like you could hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
We walk on stage and all of a sudden there's
They go nuts.
4,000.
I think, yeah. And I'm like, whoa. I think Josh Todd is actually a Japanese deity. I believe. Pretty. If you've seen-
Probably,
yeah. If you've seen him. So if you want to know more, go to the website. Jared James Nichols on tonight in Chicago and Saturday night in Milwaukee and Friday night just around the square in East Troy.
Come see me on the square.
Yeah, and the band guys are sleeping now, so we're going to let you go because you probably got to get some rest. We appreciate you getting up so early and driving all the
thank
way
you guys
here.
so
This
much.
was fun.
This
You're
was
very
awesome.
personable.
Well, thank you. I'm
You're-
glad.
If like the music thing doesn't work out, you
I
should
have a
be in
job?
radio.
Just go
dude.
around and do radio interviews.
Yeah.
Don't be in radio because that's
you'll make no money.
That's a
You'll make no
nightmare.
money.
A nightmare.
Nightmare.
Run.
But just you're a very engaging interview.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Thank you
Like,
guys.
you can come party with us anytime.
I didn't like
I'm
that
gonna come
song.
party.
Never come back.
I won't play the song, but I'll come back and
You
party.
can't go down the drain. It's not a thing.
Find the wizard in Granada.
Don't listen to Stino under any
Is this a dream? Wait, am I even
circumstances.
here right now?
Don't. You're off to see the wizard, and he disappeared and was never heard from again. John Perry's here. What are you gonna say, John Perry?
You got to tell the story about the guitar, though. Like, that's
Oh.
the coolest story.
Yeah, so the guitar I'm playing,
Yeah.
maybe they can see it.
What is it?
It's
a
one of,
Gibson. It looks like a.
it's one of the first
yeah.
ever.
Beat up, yeah.
One of the. It's like you should be able to afford a new guitar by now.
1952.
Yeah.
It was in
Oh,
a
wow.
tornado.
Yeah.
And it was given
was
to
in
me
a
by,
tornado.
Check out the back of it.
Wow.
Wow.
So this guitar, a guy hit me up on social media. He was like, "Hey, dude, I know you like Les Pauls. This was in my yard. I found it after a tornado." So
So somebody lost this in a tornado. Guy found it and he sold it to you?
No, the guy found it. And the original owner's daughter had it. She claimed it on her insurance, and she said, "Just hang it on your wall."
Keep it.
So the kid goes, "I didn't buy it. I don't want to sell it." He's like, "I just think it'd be a cool guitar for you to have, and you can use it." Come to find out, it's one of the first 25 Les Pauls.
Do you know what
ever.
that's worth? Do you know what that guitar is worth?
It's 6 figures, man.
Easy, yeah.
But the best part is, like, I call it, Amanda named it Dorothy.
Yeah, well, he's got a name.
But
she's gonna be jealous of Dorothy one day or whatever.
Well,
She's like, you spend
I
more
think
time
she
with
already
Dorothy.
is.
Yeah.
But this guitar is so good, and it's like kind of a piece of history. It should be in a museum.
Yeah. We will trade
And
you.
now you just keep playing it.
I'm just gonna keep
Yeah,
playing.
yeah.
I will
until
give
it
you
breaks
straight
down
up
and, like-
a Will Rock T-shirt for that guitar right
Done.
now.
Let's go.
I don't have any Will Rock T-shirts. We're not that kind of radio station. We really don't. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you, guys.
If you want to see more about the tour and when he's coming back and get the album and all that stuff, JaredJamesNichols.com on the internet. And thanks for coming in this morning, man.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very,
thanks.
very
Thanks
cool.
a lot.
It's 8:55.
Snow today with a high of 31.
Metallica on Will Rock.